Hello, Flosstube. Today is Saturday, November 9th. Yeah, the 9th. I am Elizabeth Martinez, phantastitches, and this is my Flosstube update number 90. This is a channel about cross-stitch, so if you're looking for something else, you need to move along. But welcome to any first-timers who are coming across this channel for the first time. And if you stumbled here by accident, stay and watch a while if you're interested in cross-stitch at all. And welcome back to my subscribers who have stuck with me all along, despite the many reasons to go elsewhere. And like I said, this is the channel about cross-stitch, so we're gonna just jump right in. I didn't make, I always say this every week, I didn't make a whole lot of progress. I feel like many stitchers are maybe faster than me. Hold on, the cats are biting each other. Stop, stop, stop! Stop! Beating each other up. Cut it out! You need to be nice. Be nice, please. They're about to beat each other up. On the bed, I don't care if they beat each other. Snug just knocks. Stop. Snug. Anyway, I don't care if they beat each other up so much, but they're doing it on the bed when I'm trying to work. Hold on one second. Sorry about that. Alright, I gotta move this a little bit. Okay. So, I meant to stitch a lot yesterday, but I used up all my energy. My sister and I went running around, and then I had put off some chores I needed to do. I had to clean the cat boxes, which everybody likes a clean bathroom, including cats. And I had I had put it off too long, so I went ahead and did that. And then I also had put off doing laundry, so I had to do that. And I wanted to change the sheets on my bed, and I had to do that. And usually I don't do all those things at once because some things are harder for me now. And it takes a lot of energy to do all those things, excuse me, especially now. But I did them all at once, and it was just physically exhausting. Anyway, so like I said, this is a channel about cross stitch, so let's talk about cross stitch. So I'm still plugging away on the world's largest snowman. I have some progress. I was right about here with where this Y is, about a stitch up. So I have two rows, and these are pretty big rows across this way. But I did make some significant progress because I'm up now by the T. And I was hoping, I thought, well, if I could get all the way up to the top of the T, that'd be great. I could actually, you could actually see that progress. But like I said, I wanted to work on this all day Thursday, or or all day Friday or something, and I just didn't, especially Friday yesterday because I was just exhausted. So again, this is the Teresa Kogut Flosstube freebie, and so I'm down here, and I have so much to go on the snowman. He's gigantic. Anyway, so I'm still plugging away on that. Yeah. I did work a lot last Saturday, Sunday, and I think it's Monday. A lot on this iris bookmark. And I got a lot done on it. So I got all this green and blue background stuff, edging done. And I started one of the purple colors down here on this little, that goes in this little block. And I'm just starting to work here on the petals. So there's like, I think 3 shades of purple. I don't have the, I think 3. 1, 2, yeah, 3 shades of purple that are, you know, used in the iris up here and in the little block down here. But so that's coming along. It's almost finished. But there's a lot of stitch. It's a lot of, like, you know, sort of, you know, confetti like stitching, like you know, just mixed up. So it's, you know, a lot of work, but it's coming along. I did a significant amount of work on that, and then the I always say that Gnome Biscornu. It's like a little tongue twister almost. But so this is by Tinymodernist. This is the other thing I worked on, and last time this gnome. This section is finished except for the backstitching. There's some backstitching that goes on his beard. I don't know if you can tell because it's white on white, but I did stitch his beard, and I did his hand and his belt buckle, and everything else, and his eyes. He can see now, and I did this snail over here, and he's got eyes, and he's got little pinky cheeks. And the flower, there's these little yellow, gold, whatever. I don't know what they are on the flower. But that color is used there and on his buckle. And that's it. And then the white, I did the white in the mushrooms. So yeah, this little section is done. And I started this section. Once, you know, it was kind of easy to do because like the green, I counted off of the tip of his hat there, and, you know, did all that. So I started on this other thing, and I think I'm gonna do the green on this tulip next. Oh, I did the little yellow on here since I was doing his belt buckle. I did the little things on there. But so I think I'm going to do the green on each of these flowers a little bit so that I can, you know, call that done. And I probably won't do this until I finish this gnome, and then I'll, you know, go around on each one. But yeah, so this bottom one is done except for the backstitching. There's like backstitching that connects these little, there's like 2 little yellow, you know, things that connect to this flower, and then there's like a green stem, and then there's some other little detailing on this. But yeah, so this part is done. So I just have to do it 3 more times, and then the you know, back part, the little border on the back part, and then figure out how to put it together. Yeah, so that one. So that's all I did. And then I had a little bit of haul. There was one day that we went to Joann's, and I picked up a copy of Cross Stitch Crazy just because there were there's a few projects in here that I kind of like, just the individual motifs more than the actual project. You know, every now and then I like to pick them up just because there's some, you know, fairly good ideas. These little, I like these little seasonal trees here. They're kind of interesting. And like I said, I haven't really spent a lot of time just looking at everything in this magazine, but there's some good things in there, and it came with a free little you know, Santa Claus hoop kit thing, that comes with all the stuff, you know. But yeah, I kind of I like his mustache there. But that came in there, so I might use that at some point. But then yesterday when we were out running errands and stuff, we went to. I had to go to Walmart for a couple things, and right next to this particular Walmart, there's a Hobby Lobby right there. And so, so yeah. So while I was there, I bought a few things. I bought some magnets for a project that I've been thinking about. But for the most part, most of what I bought was some jingle bells, just because I thought they'll be good for finishing. There's some Santa Claus jingle bells here, and some, I don't know if you can see these as well. There's some little Snowman jingle bells here. And then I bought some silver ones that have a little snowflake cut out instead of a just a bell part. They have a snowflake, so they're kind of cute. And then I bought some little tiny ones, little tiny red and green ones. And they had some others, but I figured that's enough. They had some that were about this size, that were like red and green, maybe red and green gold. I don't know, or red and green and silver, or something like that. A larger pack of those, but I was kind of on the fence about getting those, but I don't know, maybe later if they still have some, I might go back and get them, just because. Excuse me. Anyway, so yeah, so that was the little bit of haul that I got, and I think that's almost it. When I was stitching, I was, how certain movies like stick in your mind because you're watching them, and so one that I watched while I was stitching was Radio Days, which is a Woody Allen film. I guess, for some people, Woody Allen is kind of controversial nowadays because, whatever, because of his personal life, whatever. But Radio Days is a great movie. Just it's set like in the 40s, and Woody Allen isn't in it, oddly enough, because he's in like most of his films, but he narrates it, and it's sort of semi-autobiographical in a way, but it's set like in the early 40s, early to mid 40s. I think it ends with 1944 with New Year's 1944. But anyway, but it's set like in the 40s, and it talks about the TV programs and all the music they listened to and stuff like that in the 40s when he was growing up. And so it's just really neat to listen to. There's like a Carmen Miranda song and just all kinds of radio stuff. And so I watched that, and there was another Rogue One. I think I've mentioned that before, that it's my favorite of all the Star Wars movies. Even more than I enjoy it even more than I've seen the original 3 episodes 4, 5, and 6, or whatever, if you will. I've seen those so many times now, because they came out when I was in the very first Star Wars movie came out when I was I want to say a junior in high school, going into my junior year, or going into my senior year. I don't know, something like that. That I went to see it. When I first saw Star Wars, Luke Skywalker and Han Solo and all that, and I really liked it for a long time. And I certainly like it, those first 3 movies, episodes 4, 5, and 6, better than I like 1, 2, and 3 that George Lucas did later. I like them better than what is it? The New Hope and the Last Jedi. I mean, not New Hope. The Last Jedi and whatever, uh, and the Han Solo movie. Those are fairly good. And have and Harrison Ford, is in um, one of them. Yeah. Anyway, but uh, but Rogue One, I just love that movie. Anyway, so I have it on like DVR, and so I watched it late last night while I was stitching that gnome. Biscornu while I was working on the gnome. So it's kind of fun because I really, really like that movie. I really like it. Anyway, I'm not talking about cross stitch anymore. So, uh, so I just one last time I want to mention this little kit, this little Santa Claus kit. I think I might want to do this next Christmas. Just for fun. I don't know. I'm going to add it to my Christmas pile of things I want to do. But I'm a little nervous about finishing this, Gnome Biscornu, about the back of the Biscornu, just because it's putting them together, because it's kind of complicated, and I thought I understood it. The Tinymodernist has a cactus, I don't know what it's called, but it's a cactus pattern Biscornu that I had bought some time ago. It was I bought a downloadable version, and so it has like detailed instructions about like how much space you need to leave between the two pieces, the front and the back, and then how to put them all together and stuff like that. So I think I know how. I'm just, since sewing is not my strong suit, I'm a little bit chicken about putting them together, but hopefully that won't be a problem. I don't know. But anyway, I'm closing in on, and I didn't do any more stitching on other projects, but I'm so close to finishing that iris bookmark that I think I can finish it this week and have it finished with this if I just concentrate on it. And the other bookmark, the hummingbird bookmark that I'm doing, will probably take a little more work. But I can, hopefully I can do that. And if I work on that Gnome Biscornu, again, I'm torn between spreading out the work on different projects, or just concentrating on one, two, finishing, and So I think I have several that are closer to finishing. The bookmark and the Gnome Biscornu, and that Snowman. If I would just do it, it's a lot of stitching. It's a lot of stitching because each row is pretty long, and then there's like, I don't know what, like 70 something rows of it, and it's just like almost 70 something of the sort of bigger the bottom globe of the snowman. So it's just a lot of stitching, and so trying to sort of make myself do more of that snowman, just like spend one day stitching on nothing but the snowman, so that I can make some good progress on it. And so anyway, that's my plans for all of my Christmas stitching. So I have a few more weeks. But anyway, so one thing I wanted to mention, it's almost Veterans Day, and Monday is Veterans Day, And so there are several things going on in the next few days for Veterans Day, and one of them is the movie Midway has come out this weekend, and we're probably my sisters and I can't speak. Probably my sisters and I are going to take my parents to go see it. My dad is was in the army in the let's see, when did my parents get married? Like in the early mid-50s, something like that. He was stationed in Wiesbaden, and so anyway, we're gonna go see Midway. Anyway, I wanted to say thank you to all the veterans. I have some family members who were in the military. Some of my cousins and several of my uncles and all that were in the army or Navy or whatever. And so yeah, thank you to all the veterans out there for your service. And I know it's a difficult thing, you know. But yeah, so this is almost Veterans Day, and so yeah, veterans deserve all the thanks and credit and all that for doing what can be a very difficult thing. You're sent deployed away from your families and all of that, and it's just it's just a hard thing. Anyway, so thank you to all the veterans out there, current and former active duty members and all that, and reserves and all that, in all the branches of service. When I was in the orchestra in Little Rock, we did like 4th of July and Memorial Day concerts. 4th of July mostly, I think, is when we did salute all the different veterans in the different branches of the military. Anyway, so I think that's it. So I'm just gonna keep plugging away on all my Christmas projects. I haven't touched the others, but I want to finish these or get them to as finished a state as possible. In the next week, I want to work on that snowman, that giant, big butt snowman, and hopefully I'll have the iris bookmark finished, maybe. Anyway, so I think that's it. So thanks for watching again. And if you're a new viewer and you see that little subscribe button under there, you can click on that and then click on the bell to get a notification every time I post a new update. And I think that's gonna do it. Yeah. Once again, I'm phantastitches here on YouTube, and Fantagray on Instagram, and Elizabeth Martinez on Facebook. I'm in the Friday After Grid group, Prairie Schooler students, and Stitching with the Housewives. You can find me in any one of those groups as Elizabeth Martinez. Okay, I think that's it. Alright, I'll see you next time. Bye.